Hi everyone, Joe here again. I would like to just say I hope everybody's doing okay out there in YouTube land, and we're going to get through this together. Just here to bring you another lesson on basic arithmetic. And actually, I reviewed this lesson I actually did this lesson last week, and I reviewed it this morning, and I may have confused you a little bit on the ending, so I decided, you know what? To heck with this. I'm going to redo this lesson and post it instead. Too much information, basically, is what I gave you last time. So I wanted to talk about the times tables, and I addressed that some people really have troubles with the times tables. But to be honest, I know people that are very successful and they've admitted to me that they don't know their times tables. Okay, that's great. But if nothing else, I would like you to learn at least 4 basic ones, okay? And that's the 2s, the 3s, the 5s, and the 10s. So we're going to write them on the board. I want you to be able to see that a number can be divided by 5, or that it can be divided by 10 or 2 or 3. And that's going to be critical to moving on. I mean, we really need to know if a number is divisible by 2 or not. Okay? There are some basics that I believe everybody should know. So these people who've told me that they don't really know their times tables, well, what they're really saying is they don't know all their times tables, because they do know some of them. So let's go. It's 2, 3, 5, and 10. I'll write them over here. So the 2 times table, we have 2. And let's just count by 2s and see where we end up. I'm going to just drop my camera a little bit. Okay, so what comes next? Well, 4. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think we've all counted by 2s before. Let's keep going. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. It's all we need. I just want to make sure everything is in there. Sorry about that, folks. This is the first video of the week, so almost. Pretty good. You know how it is, Monday mornings and everything like that? There we go. Now, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We've done that. Let's skip the 3s to the very end. Move over to the 5s here. I believe we've all done this too. We've gone 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. We'll stop there. Is there anything that you recognize? Can you see anything on the 5s column that is happening, any kind of pattern or anything like that? Well, hopefully you'll see that it starts with a 5, ends with a 0, ends with a 5, ends with a 0, ends with a 5, ends with a 0. Everything in the 5 times table ends in either a 5 or a 0. Okay, that's a pretty straightforward one. And I think the easiest one of all is the 10s. Watch this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Oh, wow, look at that. Every one of them ends in a 0. So I know that 60, if I want to think about 60, I can think of 60 as 6 times 10 or 10 times 6. Same with any of these numbers up here. 90 is actually 10 times 9. Okay, 100 is a special number. It's 10 times 10. 100 is going to be a number that we're going to use a lot in this course. Okay, so I've left the 3's till the end, and right now we're almost at 6 minutes. Okay, let's count by 3's, and we'll go 10 times. So I know that our last number is going to be a 30. So we'll stop at 30, okay? So here we go. So 3, 6, I'm counting by 3's, 9, 12, 15, 18. I got to make sure I don't make a boo-boo here. 21, 24, 27, and 30. Okay, so I guess if I was working with lined paper, they would have looked a little nicer. But I'd like you to take your multiplication table out for a minute. I'm just gonna go like this. I'll do it this way if I have to. Okay. So let's look at the 2 column. There's the 2 column right there. Do you see 2? Let's go down. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all the way down to 20 there, outside that line. Okay, what about the 3's? 3, 6, 9, and so on. I got the 10's over on this side. Notice it goes 10, 20, 30, and all the way down. Okay. I'm going to just give you a question to think about right now. What do you think those boxes on a diagonal mean? I'm not going to answer the question, but I'm wondering if you know. And if you do know and you're watching this at school, why don't you tell me that you know it, and I'll give you a pat on the back or something like that. So this times table is what we're going to be using, but I'd like as much of it to go in our heads as possible. Okay? So remember, I want to know the 2's, the 3's, the 5's, and the 10's. Those are the most important. And the reason why that is because I want to start combining multiplication with division. And I'm going to leave it at that for this lesson. And next lesson is going to be on prime and composite numbers. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.